You've got variables, you can store numbers, but right now your program can't do anything with those numbers. No adding, no dividing, nothing. Today we fix that. We are going to learn every math operation Python can do, and then we are building a bill splitter that calculates exactly how much everyone owes at a restaurant. Let's go. An operator is a symbol that performs an operation. You already know some from your school like plus, minus, multiply, divide. In Python, these are called arithmetic operators. They work on numbers, variables, raw numbers, or both. And they work exactly the way you expect them with a few surprises. There are 7 of them, but we are going to cover only 5 because 2 are a little bit tricky and we don't need them for now. So let's go to Scratch and try to use these operators. Scratch, arithmetic operators are green oval shaped blocks. They are oval shaped, which means you will get a definite answer, like 2 plus 2 you'll get 4, which is a definite answer. Whereas in the last video we talked about the comparison operators, which are in diamond shape or hexagonal shape, which means that they are going to give you result as true or false. So let's use these operators one by one. I'm going to go to the events, and in that I'm going to use the say block, and let's get started with the operator. I'm going to start with a very simple number, which is 2 plus 2. Now this is 2 plus 2, and there we go. Next, let's just place this one over here, and after this I'm going to place this one here. Now let's say 4 let's subtract 2 from 4. Now let's just duplicate this one, and I'm going to duplicate this one too, and here I'm going to remove this block. Let's use 4 times 2. So you're going to give you answer as 8. And then let's divide 4 by 2. I'm going to use the divide operator. Then 4 divided by 2. So this is the basic that we have learned. Now there is a very weird block which is known as mod. Now when you talk about division usually gives you 2 results. If we see, one is quotient, another is remainder. So this division block works when you want to work with the value of quotient. Like when you divide 4 by 2, you will get quotient as 2 and remainder as 0. So you can use that quotient when you want to use a remainder. In that case, you use the mod operator. Now how that will work, we will see. Now if I try to divide 10 by 3, the result quotient will be 3, because 3 times 3 is 9, which is closer to 10, right? And when you subtract 9 from 10, you get remainder as 1. Now if we see here, 4, 2 plus 2, 4, 4 minus 2, 2, 4 times 2, 8, 4 divided by 2, 2. And the last answer will be 1. Why? Because mod operator is giving me the remainder instead of quotient. Strange. Now it is incredibly useful when we are going to check for even numbers or maybe other kinds of programs. Now let's go to Python and try to use the same code in Python. So I'm gonna create a new project. Let's name it as Arithmetic Operators. Okay, and then now I'm going to select the language. That's going to be Python, and let's create it. Okay, alright, so I'm going to quickly write the same code over here, and it's way easy now for us. Now all I have to do is print, and here as it is a value, okay, it's a these are values, they are not strings, so make sure you're not using the quotation marks. So if I run it, I'll get answer as, okay, it's connecting. Meanwhile it connects 4. Perfect. Now let's try to change it here, and I'm going to place it 4 minus 2, and then paste it, and let's say 4 times 2, and after that I'm going to use 4 divided by 2. Here the operators are same, but in Python, how do you say it's a mod operator? Using the percentile sign or percentage sign. Here we have percent sign. So let's say 10 modulo 3. Now if I hit the run, the same output will be there, and we are getting remainder as 1. So here this division always gives you the decimal value. Always remember it's a float value. So if you want, you can convert it. However, it's working for me. Every line you get a different result, and notice that regular division always gives a decimal. However, if you want to have a whole number, you can use a floor division. So here, using the floor division, you can do the same thing. Let's say print. Floor division means that you are just rounding up the value and getting a whole number. So here, however, the division will remain same. There will be no changes in the value. Just the changes that you get a whole value out of it. This is how we use this. Now let's try to use these operators with variables, because that's where they actually matter. Now let's quickly create a bill splitter, and we are going to be using the same concepts. So here I'm just simply going to remove these blocks because I'm going to use them according to my wish now. So let's create three variables, and I'm going to name it as, one is going to be the price, and one variable will be your quantity, how much quantity you have, and one more variable which is going to be discount. Now if you have this, now I'm going to use set discount, and we don't want them to be visible, so let's uncheck these boxes: discount, price, and quantity. So I'm going to use the price before. You can drag and drop, or you can change it, no problem at all. And now let's say that the price of a item is 1200, and the discount will be 10%. So if you try to divide 10 by 100, you will get in decimal value 0.10. And once that is done, let's take quantity 3. Okay, so now we are going to talk about how much will be the total value, right? So for that, let's create a variable as total, because I want to save this data somewhere. So for that, I'm going to use set discount. Initially this total will be 0, but here I'm going to use this block, and now the total is going to be basically the multiplication, right? Because the item is of price 1200 and we are buying 3 of it, right? So for that, I'm going to take the variable the price multiply by quantity, right? That's how the simple maths work, right? So we are going to simply use this here, and here we go. Now for the savings is basically how much discount was given and how much did you paid on the total price. So for savings, I'm going to create one more variable, savings, and let's choose this savings. And for savings, like I said, you're going to check how much discount you got over the total price, right? So let's again use the multiplication operator, and in that we are going to use total multiply by discount. Let's uncheck this box and discount. And for talking about the final, how much you are left with, we are going to create one more variable which will be final, and this final will help us check that okay, how much price or how much money we were able to save. So for total savings, now I'm going to use the negative operator because that's from the total and what exactly I saved. That is going to give me the result. And let's say total. Oh, it just gets sometimes tricky, but no problem, we can figure that out. Savings. Now it's time to print them. So to print it here, we are only going to use say block, and all you have to do is, if you remember, we can use the join block over here, which will help you to join two values together, right? It is basically if you want to write a text like, total before discount, how much you had to pay. Oops, spelling mistake. And let me just increase the size of it. And total, how much discount before the discount, how much value you had. This is one thing. And I'm going to use this one over here. The variable is going to be total now. This is the connection, right? And I'm going to use the same block again. However, I'm going to change a little bit over here. And I'm going to say you say, right? These are string, okay? So don't forget to use the quotation marks or speech marks also, we can say. And join. Let's just remove this. And I'm going to talk about the final price. If you noticed, I used the quotation marks, but do you think they were required in Scratch? Because I come from Python, so I'm quite used to using this. So let's see how it goes. Okay, I'm gonna run it. Okay. Alright, so it seems like it works. Total discount before it was 3600, of course. You saved 360 and the final price was 3240. So if you don't use the speech marks also, that's also okay. If you use it, that's also okay. But remember, in Scratch you don't need these speech marks because by default Scratch understands, because it's a very easy programming. So it doesn't require lots of syntax and lots of functionalities. So I'm going to give it some space. Let's see how it goes. Alright, now let's hit run. Total discount 3600. Perfect. Okay, this is working absolutely fine. Now let's quickly try to do it on Python and then we'll be good to go. Let me reduce the size. And now I'm going to do the same thing over here. Now this is just to give you a closure how exactly the things are working on Scratch as well as how things are working on Python. Now here I'm going to create a variable price, and this price will be useful 200, and for this I'm going to use discount. Discount is equals to 3, and then we have discount is going to be 0.10 and quantity will be 3. Now once that is done, I'm going to use total. Quantity, and then we have savings, and savings is going to be total multiplied by this count, and then it is going to be final equals to minus savings, right? Now once that is done, I'm going to simply write the same text. I am not gonna give too much time to this. Let me just copy paste that. Now here quotation marks are required, right? So here I'm going to use total followed by print. And you say and then print and then we have final price final. Now let's hit run and it should also give us the same answer. See, works perfectly fine. Now again, if you want, you can convert this into integers or the whole way, right? This is how you can use arithmetic operators. I hope you liked the video. In the next video, we are going to talk about logical operators, and once we are done, we are going to create some crazy projects which are going to include all of these operators. So stay tuned and I'll see you in the next video.